right, this time the numbers get bigger. All right, I'm good. You would think 96 episodes in, I would be able to manage this, but not yet. Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, so what were you doing with the card?
I ejected it, and it stops the music from playing because there's no stop button on this.
Oh.
Because I hadn't bothered pushing record before I started the music.
Oh, I see.
So I had to stop the music somehow, and it's either that or turn the console all the way off, which I didn't want to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. We're off to a rip-roaring start already because I don't know what I'm doing. Episode 96 of It's All Fish and Chips, the podcast. My name is Thor, and I'm very excited to be here. We got big shenanigans going on this episode. I'm going to go out of order here just a little bit. Sitting across the table from me, wearing his Cardinals gear, excited for baseball, we've got Bubby.
Go Chiefs.
Go. just to complete. Yeah, that math checks out. And then sitting next to Bubby from Parts Unknown. Parts Unknown. Just like Brick. We've got Amanda.
Hi.
And then special guest, ladies and gentlemen, we're very excited to have on the podcast with us. My friend, your friend, everyone's friend. It's Jane. Hello, Jane.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks.
Jane powered through the podcast, not quite as quickly as my sister did, but she has powered through the entire podcast and is caught up and is joining us here live on the air. And by live, I mean 1 week
Recorded.
delayed. Recorded in a week
2
delayed.
weeks in advance.
Yeah, however it is we do anything. Traffic and weather on the 8. We had some freaking storms last night. It was, I don't know how it was down in your neck of the woods, Jane. She's down in the Branson area.
Well, where I am, the bubble held, and it kind of went, a lot of it north and southwest.
Okay.
So not too bad.
All right. Here we got a metric ton of rain, and I'm going to change something on. I'm going to add a little bass to Jane. We don't bother sound checking or anything before we begin this podcast. I don't know if you.
Why would we start?
Yeah, 96 episodes in. Why start now? Bubby, how is things? Did the channel flood in the back? Did you go kayaking?
Yes, it did.
Okay, got the kayak out, went the 15 feet down the thing, and then sucked into a hole.
No, I just went to bed and fell asleep.
All right, good enough. We got a couple branches down in the back, but nothing too bad over here. My backyard, man. If you look at it crooked, something's going to fall out of a tree. So,
I think
nothing fell out of my.
I think when you talk to Bubby specifically, you're talking old man to old man. So
Yeah.
you talk louder.
He's right.
And it's real loud.
because he has to hear it. I'll turn myself down a little.
What'd you say?
I keep turning myself down, but somehow I'm still the loudest person.
Well, I don't have the headphones on, so I just covered my ears.
Oh, I
It's very
see.
loud.
Well, maybe I'm being louder because I have my thing turned down. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
Old man problem.
Amanda criticizes me on the podcast. Drink. So Jane's here. We're gonna. We've got some business to do here in a little bit. That involves a bottle sitting on the shelf over there.
What?
So brace yourself, Jane.
Is this my lord?
It's tradition.
It's tradition. It's not one we're excited or proud of. But
Okay. Well, I did some research, and
Okay.
apparently one thing that makes it not quite so bad is grapefruit.
That's
so
what I
found
predicted
some,
today.
Grapefruit bubbly and
You predicted?
fizzy water.
So at work, we were talking about Malort, and there was I had a friend that was trying to figure out something like a chaser that would cut the flavor.
Right.
And I was like, I wonder if like something really like citrusy or like acidy would help, and we're like grapefruit.
What was the one?
Now we'll know.
Now we'll know. What was the one? Because the one you brought, the energy drink thing.
The marshmallow tangerine.
Tangerine did pretty good at cutting it down a little bit for me, anyway. At this point, I'm just
It's just gonna wreck my night.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. But
I was gonna like ask when I first got here if I could do a shot of Malort to help maybe kill my allergies.
oh well,
I'm
Probably will.
with you there.
Yeah.
yeah, it killed.
It couldn't hurt.
It took out a cold, so it could
Yeah.
probably work on it too. So here in a little bit, we'll get to that.
Besides being, I'm not allergic to just the sun or whatever, but I'm right up there with Amanda with the allergy.
with the
really
seasonal
bad this
allergies.
Yes.
Yeah, you and that brown dog over there who is costing me more and more money every day for his allergy shenanigans. His eye is still not cleared up. I've got more ointment and more pills that he's going to be on here. This is the most expensive dog I've ever owned.
You should have just held it open in the rain.
Yeah, just
Clean it out.
I don't know if you've heard the stories about that dog, but he ain't going out there when all that thunderstorm's happening. We were huddled up here in the house till like midnight, 1 o'clock before all that cleared out, and we could finally go to bed.
He has a vest, right?
No, he does not have a vest. No, he doesn't like to be like things on him or anything. He's got his vet appointment coming up here before too long, and we're gonna get some pills and just you take this and take a little nap, buddy, and we'll be back when the storm's done. I had to do that with Fred, who was a dog I had before now. Whenever he had to travel, because he did not like being in the car and would get violently sick in the car. So we went to Florida once and we had to drug the crap out of him. So I'm looking forward to that with this current dog. We're going to drug him a little bit and see how it goes for him when the storms come. It's been a crazy May. Like, it's so much rain. Speaking of which, I'm just going to have you all check the
forecast?
No, the
you
feed.
Want me to read it
but
to you?
It didn't. No, I was going to have you check the feed, but it didn't post the picture. I'm just going to show you guys here, and then we'll post it on the channel. The roses in my backyard have gone crazy.
Yeah, I think everybody's roses look like that.
So
this year.
This is the first year that I've lived in this house. I don't know, 5 years now. This is the first year that it's had more than 2,
Yeah,
and it's got like 30.
yeah.
Mine haven't
Nice.
bloomed in 2 years, and
Yeah.
the bush looks like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I had another one. It didn't make it. Well, it was on the side of my house between the two houses, and it kind of got shaded out.
You don't look over there.
I don't look over there. I may have mowed it a little bit, and then it got shaded out when that tree got too big. So, but this batch is doing gangbusters, so I'm very proud of it. I'll post that picture because I'm just proud of having.
Such an old
it's
man.
always been only like 2 branches coming up out of the root for flower. It's got like 8 this year, so yeah, it is old man crap, but I'm still excited about it.
All the rain in April.
April flowers. You do it.
No.
May flowers. April flowers, shower showers. Yeah, exactly. So, Bubby, would you post a picture of here?
Small little van.
Small.
I like that it's show
tiny.
Jane. It's got like the picture looks like he pulled it out of a scrapbook. It's got like rounded corners on it.
It's an old. Yeah, what's happening here, Bubby? Is this an old like some sort of
Spit it out.
I lost a Polaroid. That's the word I was looking for. Did you take a Polaroid of this and then like take a picture of a Polaroid? What's happening here?
No, it's from my phone in my Jeep.
So this is
We're at an intersection.
Is this person driving on the wrong side of the road?
Wrong side of the car, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a fern car.
Yes.
Well, fern cars.
It is.
I don't know how he got into America here with the tariffs, but he got it in here somehow.
I don't know if it's a Volkswagen from Germany or what, but yeah.
We're getting invaded.
It's small,
German.
tiny.
This is the way the picture shows up in the feed. It's got like the rounded corners on
Yeah.
it.
This looks
know
like
why.
this looks like all right. Go back in your way back time machine, Bubby. This looks like the van you put your Weebles in when they went out for a Weeble adventure.
wobble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When they went out for a wobble. It's not
Right.
and they went out wobbling when them Weebles was out wobbling. This looks like they had a van that you put all your Weebles in to take on a little trip, and this kind of looks like it, like big and rounded and like a Weeble.
nice.
I bet you if if you try to tip this over, you could.
Yeah.
It'd just pop right back.
Maybe it's from England. Because if you zoom into the driver, it looks like he's drinking tea. Because his pinky out. He's drinking tea.
You think that's just a natural like pose that
Now we've lost the rest of our
right? Yeah, we just
no.
European listeners.
They love drinking tea.
Bubby's not wrong.
Tea time.
Tea time. Yeah, we've already confused so many poor British people with the title of this podcast. Now let's start insulting them. Really get.
That's not insulting.
I think it might be. You're calling them posh.
It's stereotyping, but it's not insulting.
Well, no. That's what it looks like he's doing.
He's
drinking tea.
driving his wrong-sided on the car.
In America.
Drinking tea and
Sure.
and listening to Elton John.
I did. It could be our podcast. I don't know.
I doubt it. Looking at the numbers of people who subscribe to this podcast, I doubt it, but okay. Somebody in the Netherlands went crazy and just decided to start from the beginning. And congrats to them. I hope you make it this far, because that didn't make a lot of sense to me, but I'm glad you're with us. So Bubby saw a tea drinking Brit out there driving around in his Weeble-mobile.
Yep.
And
I thought it was a cute little van.
would you buy one that has the wrong side drive?
No.
I've seen a couple here in town that there's one in particular. I don't know what it is, but every time I see it, I'm like, that's a cool ass car. And then he gets like close by, and I'm like, and he's on the wrong side of the road, so I could never drive that because I would just drive into oncoming traffic, no questions asked.
So our music
I'm
drive.
not smart enough to work it. No, I know where I'm sitting, and I know where I'm supposed to be. If I'm on the wrong side, I'm going to be on the wrong side.
Just stay by the line that you're closest to.
Yeah, but that's the outside line, and now I'm going to be screwed.
But just stay close to it.
No, it's like when you drive next to those barriers on the highway, and you're like, oh, I don't like driving next to the barriers, but now it's all the time because it's like telephone poles and trees and kids and what have you. Not for me.
Our music director is from Africa, and so they drive on the other side of the road. So he's trying to learn how to adapt over here.
Have you taken him out driving yet, Bubby?
Not my responsibility. No,
Take him?
We have somebody else.
No, I need
Have
you to
Parker teach him.
That's what I'm saying. I need you to take him. I need you to take Parker. I need you to put him in your Jeep out in the parking lot and just let it go. Just stand on the sideline and see what happens.
Yeah.
One of the two will figure it out.
Supposed to go get take his test next week, I think,
Okay.
to get his American license.
All right, let me ask you a question then. What are the odds going in blind? No prep on this at all. What are the odds of you passing the driver's test if you just had to go in and take it? Like you lost your license, they got no record of it anymore. You got to go in and take the test. Not the driving test. We figure you could pass the driving test at this point. How well do you think you do on the written test?
I think I do pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I could get an 80.
Okay.
Right.
I took my test for my
Yep.
Class E,
Yep.
and just went in cold, and
Yeah.
you just guess the best number. It's all just numbers.
I've told the story about me failing that thing, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I went in to get my Class C license, and they were like, you got to study this section of the book to get, because it's got all the questions in there. I was like, perfect. And you had to get 15 out of 20 questions correct, and then you're good.
Yeah.
And you can skip them if you don't know the answer, and then you can come back to them at the end.
And it's all multiple choice.
And it's all multiple choice. I got to the end of the test. I had skipped 5 questions.
Okay.
I had 100%. All I had to do was guess one of the 5 correct.
Yeah.
I missed every single one of them. And I'm like, oh no. Because I had to go to Branson to take that test because it was the only time there. And they only offer it like one
day a week.
Oh,
Yeah.
like this is one day every 2 weeks. So I had to like plan my schedule around it. And I'm like, oh no. And it was all like car seat questions and like what numbers are supposed to be on the door of my car and all this. And I'm like, oh no. And so I get up from and it's all like automated. And so I get up from the little testing station, and the guy looks at my paper and he goes, you want to take the test again? And I'm like, can I? He goes, yeah, you can take it again if you want. I'm like, give me a second. And so I got the book and I just looked up the 5 that I missed. I ain't talking to you. And I looked up the 5 I missed. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to take it again. And then I took it again, and none of those questions came up.
Yeah.
And I got the first 15 right, and I was on my way out the door. So, but yeah, I totally straight up failed that thing the first
That's
time.
funny.
Because I was like, I didn't study any of this because I didn't think this was important. Car seats and what have you.
Right.
So I don't think I could pass on my first try. Because
I'm a pretty good guesser.
Yeah. I
I
passed
am
my
not. This is just like the stock market all over again. I got to pick something, and they're like, pick that. I'm like, no, I failed. Pick this one. Oh, I failed again. So have we talked about my stocks, the stocks I picked on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They did real poor.
Oh, I'm one of them. I have lost 99.8% of the money I put in. So I have
$2 left.
No, I have like 4 cents left. I put $60 in, and I have lost $59 and whatever that equals out to be on that one stock. So I'm real bad at picking stocks, is what I learned.
So there's still a chance.
No, yes, there's still a chance to come back.
Build that half a cent.
It's going to rebound. I'm not selling it, so maybe one day it'll come back, but I doubt it. I'll be dead by the time that happens. So, Jane, what you been doing? What's going on with you in your world? All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Quality entertainment.
I had a nice weekend.
Yeah.
Went on a hike with my brother.
Nice.
Okay.
In town for like a month, down from Canada.
Oh, yeah. The foreigners over here.
Yeah, well,
How do you get across the
he's
border?
got dual citizenship
Okay,
now.
so he didn't have to sneak across the border.
Right, either way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He can just-
So he's got an exit plan if it comes
yes,
to it.
Yeah.
Yes. It sometimes seems like a good idea.
Right.
But I went and hiked Henning State Forest, the backside of Sycamore Church,
Those are all words I don't know. Where's Henning State Forest?
the one right outside Branson,
Okay.
at the end of the strip, the west end of the strip.
Okay. I know where we're at. Okay. Up there about like scenic overlook area up there.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Sure. Why not? These people don't know. We'll lie to them.
Yeah, where the fire tower is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know where we're at. I used to have lunch there and be sad in my car.
Okay.
Parked there watching.
Yeah, I would just sit there and eat my lunch and just be sad and think about my life choices. That happened more than once. So I've been there. Sometimes you got to do that. Also, early in the morning when you're sitting in the parking lot ready to go into work, sometimes you do the same thing. You're just like,
I'm not gonna call that spot the suicide overlook.
okay. It wasn't really suicide so much, more as just lay down and give up overlook. But
I think that's the same.
Yeah.
It's just a slower option.
yeah, I'm going for the long haul on this one. Brought a bag of Cheerios to suck on for nourishment, and then we'll see how long I last. So, all right, well, that sounds fun. We had kids. I didn't even put it on the thing. Guess what we did this weekend? Part 2. We went back, did it again. Improv.
Oh.
Jordan's brother has graduated from level 2 improv, and so his showcase was this weekend. And once again, first round, great. Second round, perfectly fine. Third round, long form improv. And that is the problem I've determined. Not the people doing it. There were more people doing it this time, not just 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 5 of them. But man, long form improv. They get one like prompt, like a place and a thing, and then they get 25 minutes. And let me tell you what no one can do. 25. Like, I don't think the Whose Line It Is It Anyway people can do 25 minutes
No.
of just long form improv. And again, they also ran out of questions. And I was like, what did you do with all the pieces of paper from last time? Because again, they were like, all right, we're out of suggestions, so I'm just going to have to make something up here, I guess. And I'm like, why don't you have a book with all this stuff written down in it? You do this twice a month. So anyway, we did that. It was fine. Had a good time. All the nieces and nephews went. And there was also a kid sitting in front of me who had like a Springfield Improv T-shirt. That's how excited he was about this place. And the first group, the group one, the first the newbies get up there, and their first thing just quickly divulges into cat poop and stays there.
Oh.
And the kids, hilarious. They thought it was the best thing ever because they just kept saying poop.
Parker would have laughed his head off.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, all right, I see where we are. I know where this is all aimed at. Okay, to cycle around on this was one of the things I posted, which is her brother has been cast, at the time he was only auditioning, but has been cast in The Tempest. They're doing Shakespeare's The Tempest here in Springfield.
Next step, and yeah.
Yeah, well,
Improv.
He's done a couple other plays that he's been in that we've gone to see, but now he's in The Tempest. So this is the callback sheet for The Tempest. Okay, there's a lot of they got a lot of things, a lot of details and stuff, but this is the part that I'm just going to bring up. Please be vocal. This is at the very bottom of the thing. Please be vocal if you're opposed to mask work, puppetry, or bondage. And I'm like, what is happening in this production of The Tempest? This is going to be a very fun and explorative show, and I can't wait to explore with you at Callbacks.
I think he signed up for something else.
Mask work, puppetry, bondage.
And exploring.
And explorative entertainment here.
And
So
callbacks are at the downtown church.
downtown church. That's all it says.
Right.
No, and no other further indicating other than the downtown church.
Right.
There's just the one.
Yeah.
It's just the one church. Springfield's only got the one church, so it should be fine. You'll find it.
If you're a member of this
It's the
troop, you know.
Just
you
look
know.
for the dude with the mask and the puppet in bondage gear. You'll
Yeah.
find it. So I'm going to this one. Like I've not been excited about some other things that have happened in this world, but this one
Yeah.
I'm interested in.
You're going to volunteer to lead track.
No. I'm just gonna sit there and watch. I'm just gonna soak it all in, baby, because they have piqued my curiosity. That's all I got to say about that. So. Good for him. He did get cast. This was just
Nice.
for callbacks, but he did get cast in the show, so very excited about that. Should be
Apparently, he had no issues with any of those.
no issues with surprising as well that he did not have any issues with any of those things. But here we are. So I'm excited to see what happens there. So Amanda,
What?
tell me about background brain work.
Okay, so
I did say brain. I had to look to see if it said
Brain.
Brian for a hot second.
no, it's a brain. So I was doing kind of mindless work at work today,
Okay,
and
as sometimes you do.
yeah, and into my brain popped Georgie Porgy.
Pudding pie.
No,
Okay.
Georgie Porgy put it in the pie,
Okay.
kissed the girls, and made them cry. But when the boys came out to play, Georgie Porgy said, "I'm gay."
Oh.
And I was like, that's not it. But
It could be.
could be. But I was like, but that's not it. And so my brain just like continually worked it out for like
Right.
the next hour. And then finally I got to what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
But
I played that game before.
it was fun. I was like,
Georgie Porgy.
I have no idea where it came from. My brain was just like, just so you know, Georgie Porgy.
Hey, just so you're aware, I rewrote this song.
Right.
Dude, it's way better now.
Right?
I made it more topical, if it were. All right, I'm in.
I know. I hadn't thought of Georgie Porgy in a long time.
I came back around too. All right, did we talk about Secret Tunnel? Secret Tunnel. So if you've watched,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
it came back around again, and it was stuck for like 3 days, and I
Yeah.
could not get rid of Secret Tunnel. So the brain is a mystery, and sometimes it's out to get you, kids, and just know that that happens sometimes. You just got to say, no brain. I'm not interested in this song anymore. Could you please stop singing it? And then what's your way to get rid of an earworm? If you get an earworm
I
or
don't-
something like that.
I don't keep them for very long.
Okay.
I just let it do its thing, and every once in a while I'm like, yep, that's still that song.
Okay.
Just
I
kinda
have
goes
a
away.
technique.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear Jane's technique.
I look up the words to it
Okay.
so that the circle completes in my brain. And it doesn't always work, but sometimes it does.
Yeah, I try to like if it's in there, I'll like listen to the original thing to see if that helps, and that for me that just buries it deeper in there, and I'm like, crap. Bubba, do you got a way to get rid of an earworm?
Just start singing.
That song or something else?
That's something else.
Oh,
What do you sing, Bubby? What's your go-to? Because that is actually my answer as well, and I have a go-to, but I'm curious what your go-to is.
It's actually I'm trying to think of what the name of it is.
church clap.
No.
Sure.
It's,
Oh,
no.
still our most popular episode by a landslide. I
funny.
don't know why.
I think because people type it into the search because it's the name of that song.
Yeah.
But
Bubby got the church clap.
No, I have church clap. No, I sing. I want to say it's by Sting.
Every breath you take.
No,
Okay.
that's the police.
But that's Sting.
Do 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 da da da.
Do, do, da, da, da. That is not going to help. That's just going to embed itself in there with it.
yeah. No, that's all I can think
Just
about.
changing out as a earworm.
Thanks, Jane.
Just
You're
gotta
welcome.
We're going to get like a takedown notice because we keep badly humming that.
He just doesn't want to tell us the song that he sings very loudly in the car all the time. But I want to know.
Oh, it's
He just doesn't want to out himself.
Are you just looking for that? Because it's Wrecking Ball. I know the song that Bubby sings in the car all the time to himself. He came in like a wrecking ball.
No.
What do you got?
There's someone out there with a dolly.
Oh, I'm curious what the hell's happening now.
This is a UPS truck.
Yes,
Yeah, but he's got like a dolly and a big ass box.
Yeah.
I didn't order nothing.
very large.
I was bringing it up to your house.
The dog's
To your
gonna go-
house?
Yeah, he's coming to my house. He's up my driveway.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, yeah, the dogs are gonna go ape shit now. They hate that guy. Oopus guy is our least favorite.
He scanned it and walked away.
Yeah, he knows. He's been here before. Yeah, you can hear him. They hate that guy. Him and the mailman, they hate that guy. My earworm removal tool is Just a Gigolo by David Lee Roth because it doesn't repeat. And that's the key for me is it goes long enough that it doesn't repeat itself in the song so I can kind of wash the brainworm out of my head.
I thought I remembered mine.
Okay, what is it?
I don't even know if this is the right name for it. It's a karaoke
Carpool karaoke.
No.
Alison. I can't.
Kyrie liaison.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Road that I must travel.
Not sing, but cool.
Do you say it or do you sing it, Bubby?
I sing it.
You out like loud and proud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I know what I'm singing.
Like you know
but
all
I
the
don't.
words.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't.
Like every Blues Traveler song ever. You're gonna pretend like you know the words, but you don't.
No.
That's me anyway. All right. So get them earworms out your head. That's the key. Can't be toting them around, George Porgy, putting it in your pie.
It only stayed there until I figured out what it actually was. And I was like, okay, thanks.
My wife likes to play a game, which is who is, and will admit this openly to everyone, completely tone deaf and cannot carry rhythm either. Like if it was in a bucket, she would just spill it everywhere. She likes to play a game where she will sing a song at me, but just the notes. Let's remember, no idea how to carry a tune. No idea, boots. And then ask me what song that is.
La 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 la. Is
Yeah.
that what she does?
Yeah. And then ask me what song that is. And I've gotten pretty good at this game. Like I can tell you a lot of times what the song actually is. But that's a fun game we play here at the house. Speaking of that kind of thing. I'm going to look here real quick. All right. We're going to jump to my question here. And then I'm going to... so the question of the week, something I'm curious about.
Yeah, I don't have an answer to this.
That's fine. I'll tell my story.
Yeah, me neither.
Then people can jump in later. What's something from your childhood that seemed normal or like one way, but then later on in life, as you grew up, you were like, oh, that was not that at all. I see now what was going on over there. So for me, there was a kid who lived behind me, directly behind our house when I was growing up. When I was in my formative tween and teen years, growing up at the house, there was a kid who was one of my best friends and lived in the house behind us. And he had all the cool toys.
Some might say your backdoor neighbor.
My backdoor neighbor, George Porgy. He had all the cool toys. So he had all the Transformers. He had all the G.I. Joes, okay? And like he had the G.I. Joes, but he also had like the all the cars and the planes and the everything, okay? So I'd go over his house because he had all the cool toys, right? And we played G.I. Joes or whatever. But then when we got done, like at my house, we had a whole was a screened-in carport, and it was just a trash heap of kids' things, toys and sit and spins and just all kinds of crazy ass crap. And no one ever put it away. You just go out there and you wade into the mess and you play for a while and then you come back inside. His house, if you played with the toys, then you had to put them back exactly where they go. And they had like display shelves. And he would have to put each G.I. Joe back in the spot where the G.I. Joe goes. Not because he wanted it this way, but this is what his mom wanted. Bum, 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 bum. All the Transformers. Bum, 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 bum. I thought it was weird at the time, and the house was immaculate. And they had this big rumpus room that we weren't allowed to go into. And it had like Kiss posters and like Judas Priest posters and this big stereo. And they had like a snake in a cage there. Okay. And then his dad drove the bandit car. So he had the Trans Am with the T-top and the Eagle on the hood. And his mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she was the mom in the neighborhood who would like lay out back in her bikini and tan and all this stuff. And here recently in the last week or so, I went, oh, they were swingers. Got it. Did not catch on even a little bit growing up. But now that I look back, I'm like, oh, 100%. They were definitely swingers. And I did not know this at the time, but I'm sure all the rest of the neighborhood knew. Because they were always the ones that, like, my parents and their friends, they would always, like, kind of talk about them on the side. And, like, not in front of the kids, but you could always kind of hear. Yeah. And then I think that's 100% what was going on at that house.
So just stand in the doorway to the rumpus room and just...
Yeah.
Take it all in because you know a lot of detail about it.
No. So it was, you go out of the room that we would play in, and then you have to go like through the edge of the rumpus room to go upstairs where the kitchen was. So you could see the rumpus room, but you're not allowed to go in there and touch any of the stuff in the rumpus room. Probably because there's sex toys in there or something. I don't know for sure. This is all like, I'm adding all this backstory here, but in my brain, this all checks out. Like every bit of this math is like,
Did they call it the rumpus room?
Yeah, probably.
But that was a thing.
That was a
People
thing.
had rumpus rooms.
Back in the day, you had a rumpus room, but you didn't have a rumpus room, Bubby?
No.
No? Okay.
We were poor. I was
We
lucky to have
we had a room.
lucky to have
It was everything.
3-bedroom and 2-bath.
Bedroom, kitchen, bathroom. It was all the same. Yeah. We all lived in one room schoolhouse. little house on the prairie style.
Right.
Okay. So that was the thing that, like, here recently, I was just like, that something dawned on me, like, in my childhood, I never would have, like, that never would have crossed my mind. But looking back on it, I'm like, oh, yeah. And he used to get out there every weekend and wash and wax that Trans Am, the T-top. Like, that was his, like, one of his pride and joys there. And it was 100% the Bandit car. Like, it's like, if you ever watched that movie, Smoking the Bandit, that was the car that he had.
I had experience like that on the other side of our neighborhood, like way on the other edge of it, were rich houses. So,
okay.
There was like an antebellum house with columns.
The good side of the tracks over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so a friend used to live in that house, and we just go ride bikes a lot and play in the creek, whatever. But there was one day that we were going up to his house, and he wouldn't let me go in.
Okay.
So he goes in to do something. He comes back out, and I said, "What's going on?" And he goes, "My parents are naked on the couch, asleep."
The 70s and 80s were a weird time.
Yeah. I was just like, okay. We just went and rode bikes.
Yep. You weren't like, hey, can I go in?
Nope.
Can I go take a look?
No.
Just piggy poo. I just want to. Oh, okay. I've seen what I need to see. Get out of there. Nah.
No.
Did you have friends that you couldn't wear shoes in their house?
Yes. Yeah.
See, that's so weird to me too. Like, I don't understand that even a little bit. Like, we had to take our shoes off at the door and leave them there. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if you know this about me or not, but these socks are way worse than those shoes everywhere. These socks are gross. I wouldn't bring them in the house, but all right, sure. Well, whatever makes you happy.
We're like you have dogs, so there's hair.
Yeah. You get this house. Spray it down with a hose. That's the best you can do.
Right.
You were talking about something and it struck. I lost it. I had another thing. Oh, so we've talked about in the past Sigmund the Sea Monster and HR Puff and stuff and all that stuff. Right. So we were watching a YouTube video and they were like, these are the 10 strangest childhood shows that were on the air for Gen Xers. And we watched that thing. And my wife looked at me and she goes, this explains Adult Swim a lot. I'm like, yep. Yep, that math checks out. Yeah, Sigmund the Sea Monster and then Land of the Lost and all that. Yeah, that's why Adult Swim is what it is. Yeah. So Squid Billies and Aqua Teen Hunger Force and all that just is a straight carryover from the cartoons and live action shows I grew up on. So I got that going for me, which is nice. So nobody else has a childhood thing. I know there's a lot of cartoon stuff. Like you go back and you watch a cartoon, you're like, oh, this cartoon was a little dirty. All right, cool.
I'm pretty cool with my childhood. I'd rather not poke at it. I don't want to like see anything I've repressed. I've done a very good job. Just leave it there.
I think I'm with you.
Yep.
So I don't consider that to be like a.
But you start poking around. You never know. You never know.
Well, see, for me, I only got like 9 memories of that time anyway, because all that stuff is like long since wandered away. Yeah. I mean, I don't even remember podcasts where I ask guests, the people in the audience to send us Halloween costume suggestions, because I get those. I'm like, what the hell are these people talking about? So, I only got so many memories to begin with, so they got to be pretty good to be burned into my brain. But yeah, there's sometimes you later on in life you just realize, or like that girl who was talking to you all the time. You're like, oh, she liked me. I did not catch on that even a little bit. That was oopsie. Yeah, I wish I could get that one back over again, but nope. All right, too late. Moved on.
Things that could have been.
Things that could, your whole life could have changed right there if you had just not been stupid and caught on to not that subtle of a hint. So
You weren't ready for it.
I probably was ready for it. I was just not smart enough to know it was happening. Was my problem. I had a girl ask me at summer camp once if I want to dance, and it was like a slow song after the fast song. And I was like, no, I'm real sweaty. I'm going to go cool down. and now thinking back, I'm like, dummy, what are you doing? So, I'm an idiot. So I'm real sweaty. I gotta go stand outside and cool down.
Go drink some Kool-Aid.
Yeah, then she's sad because I rejected her, but I didn't reject her. I'm just dumb, and I didn't realize that was happening. So sorry, whatever your name was back at 4-H summer camp. My bad. I missed that one. That's on me. So yeah, I got that going for me, which is nice. Bubby, has Parker started summer yet, or is he still in school?
No, this is last week.
Last week, and then base he's off to base.
He's off a week, and then base for just through June.
Oh, so he's just doing it for the
Summer.
month.
Yeah,
That's not all summer.
No.
July and August are also summer, Bubby.
Nope, just June.
Just doing it for June. So you're getting 4 months of basing in, and then he's off to
4 weeks.
4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years. Signing him up for the Army. He's going into the Army. Good job, Parker.
He's their problem now.
Your problem now, Army. Good luck to you. You're going to need it.
Yeah, if that was an option,
You don't think that boy wants to join the Army?
I don't think he could. You
Ah.
have to be smart.
No,
That's mean.
burn, Parker. No, he could be. No, they'll take him in there. He could be a cook in the Army. We'll sign him up.
He's got straight A's. Probably smarter than I am.
Well,
That didn't take much.
I'm not, but I mean, I was there when you blew up the subs, so yeah, maybe so.
Learned my lesson from that.
Right. So, Jane,
Yeah?
welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
What's in the bag, Jane?
I have treats.
Okay, you brought the bag, and I've been letting it sit over there quietly, not drawing attention, but
These, you mentioned on a previous podcast.
Yep.
And we sell them.
What?
Where I work. I work at a little
Abba
convenience
Zabba.
store down by the lake. And so I got...
oh,
Those are Amanda's favorite.
those are Amanda's.
She loves those.
Literally the worst candy in the
You
world.
just
It is
made her
not.
the happiest.
Necco wafer. I wonder if that cuts the taste of Malort.
I'm willing to try.
Right?
I brought something else.
Can you drop it in like an Alka-Seltzer? Just
Yeah, just
watch
see if it fizzes up. All right.
Horrible to drink.
Oh.
Dill pickle shots.
Oh, no.
All right. You know what? I'll
I'm not
let.
requiring anyone to drink them.
You know
but
what? Get the glasses, Bubby. We'll skip the Malort this time because Jane has brought her own to avoid the Malort. Jane brought her own shots.
Excellent.
Let me see one of them bottles here.
There's 2 spices and 2.
Oh, I'm gonna
Regular.
I just need the regular, but I will look at this. The original pickle shot, naturally flavored. I would hope so.
Mm.
You want regular shot glasses? Or? No, get the good ones. We're gonna quiz you because we still got to know if you learned it or not. Bobby still doesn't know which Golden Girl he is. Bottled by the original pickle shot, Des Moines, Iowa.
We sell the crap out of these in the summer
Okay.
at work.
Great in cocktails, even better as a shot. Chill and serve. Man.
Put it in a Bloody Mary.
Put it in the oh, okay. All right, Bobby. Do you know which one you are?
I'm Blanche.
You sure?
Don't confuse him.
You should just learn it by the color.
I'm Blanche.
Okay.
I don't know which one's Blanche.
That's Blanche.
This one's mine.
Okay. Now, which one is Amanda? Man, how many times have we done?
Sophia?
No.
That is incorrect. That one will go to Jane to give you just a hint here. That's Tyler's.
This is Amanda's and
Correct.
this is yours.
Good job.
I am Rose.
I think I would have assigned these differently.
How would you have assigned?
Amanda assigned these.
Well, Bubby would have been Rose, I think.
I think Bubby's the horniest of us all.
I know. That's kind of why I went off.
All right. Okay, who wants the spicy one? Who's good with the spicy
I
one?
mean, I'm good with the spicy one, but I don't have to have one.
2 spices
What
and
do you
2.
want, puppy?
I'll just take regular.
Amanda, which one are you going with?
I can do a spicy.
All right. I'm worried due to my my situations that the spicy might be a problem.
I'm willing to do this, but I do not like pickles or pickle juice. So.
Okay.
Well, I don't like vodka. So
Oh, I hate dill.
Oh, I love vodka.
I hate dill. Dill is my least favorite, but
As always, mine will be a little.
Oh, it's got a smell. Oh,
what did you say, Amanda?
As always, mine will be a little minty flavored.
Oh yeah, because she got the gum to go with it.
my.
Let me take a.
should just.
Oh dear Lord, that is an interesting.
You
bouquet.
sell these?
Oh, yeah.
That is an interesting
All day,
bouquet.
all day, every day.
It's
Down
not.
by the
It's
lake.
not. It's not like pickle smell,
No.
but it's not
pickle juice.
It's not. It's not vodka smell either.
No, it's not vodka.
Oh, but it goes right into the back of your brain.
Smells dill like
My
to me.
sinuses are so bad, I can't smell it at all.
Oh,
so
it is,
this may
The
just be a
spice is
little
going to
burny
help
for
clear
me.
that out.
Yeah, I think it's clear in mine.
All right, who wants to go first? Amanda, Bubby.
I like when Bubby goes first.
Yeah, Bubby's a good test for how these things are going to go for us.
I got to pull my glasses off.
Oh shit! Bobby's limbering up. He's got to take his glasses off. Oh, he's taking his shirt off. Uh-oh, here we go. He doesn't want to... All right. Oh, he sipped it.
Oh.
That just means there's more. Oh, this is not good. This is not going well.
Burns.
It burns.
It burns.
How's it taste?
Awful.
All right.
Strong.
Now, on a scale of 1 to Malort, where are you putting this one? This is actually putting Malort at a 5. Where does this one sit?
What's the high?
Better or worse than Malort?
I'm going to go better because it's not as strong of a burn.
Okay.
And it's got a tart taste,
Okay.
like dill. Tart. It's tart.
I don't like dill.
I don't either. But it's better than Malort.
All right. I'm the other not spicy, so Rose, help me through this, please. No. Oh. No. The booze doesn't bother me even a little bit, but that taste. It's pickle. That's for sure. But there's something in the front side of that besides the pickle
It's salt.
that as soon as it hits your mouth, you're like, you just want to spit it back in the glass.
It's like salt.
The good news
it's
is
a saltiness.
I finished mine.
Nah, you downed that whole thing.
He did.
You just threw it back.
Nope, that was worse. I took the little remnant at the bottom. Yeah, it's definitely pickle. Man, I hate pickles. I love sweet pickles. I hate dill pickles.
You want to go?
I'll go.
Here goes Jane. Jane, just power through it.
She's probably had several of them on her way here.
No,
Wait.
no, I've never tried them before. It is spicy. Not intolerable. There's just there was some other weird taste.
There's something as soon as it hits your mouth.
No, for me it was kind of in the middle, but
All right, now put the bubbly on top of it and see if that helps.
oh, grapefruit on top of it.
Okay, no, don't do that. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I want to know if that helps cut the taste. Cause I can still. Oh, Bubby finished up.
It didn't hurt.
Okay,
I can't really taste the grapefruit right now.
it's the pickle is just overpowering it. Bubby, you went back for a second. Was it better?
No, absolutely not.
No. Yeah, it hit my mouth. It's warm. Okay, I do understand that chilled would be better for sure. because it hit that warm pickle hit my throat, and I was like,
That
oh
warm
no.
pickle hit your throat.
Yeah, it did.
I'm gonna put that on a
Georgie,
t-shirt.
that's good. Hold on, I'm gonna write it down. That's the title of the podcast. All
Maybe a
right.
Necco wafer
gonna
would
die.
make it better.
Okay.
The warm pickle hit my throat. All right, that's podcast title. That was easy. All right, Amanda, she's
I might choke to death in
right.
this, so I'm
Bubby.
just gonna do some of it.
Prepare your CPR-ness. Amanda was shaking, by the way, when she was taking that drink. Oh man, like a champ, Amanda didn't even flinch.
I kind of like it.
I thought you might.
Yeah.
It doesn't match your personality.
Right. I like spicy pickles.
Maybe that's the podcast title. Hold on. I'll just add it here and see which one I like better.
Oh, it made my throat feel better.
I can't taste the neck away for even a little bit.
I don't think I can drink anymore right now because I'll start coughing. But
That's
I'm going
fine.
to finish that.
So do all the Necco wafers taste the same, or do
No.
they have
No.
different flavors?
I think the one I had was chocolate.
Yeah, the
I think
chocolate one I
that
think
might
has the
have
most
been-
distinctive flavor.
I forgot what Amanda said.
I like a spicy pickle.
I get spicy pickle. The warm pickle hit my throat. God. No. All right. That I will say I'm with Bubby on this one. This is not near as bad as Malort. The Malort is This is as advertised. This is you get exactly what they told you were going to get.
Yeah. I think I'm a fan.
All right. Bubby, yay or nay on the pickle shot?
Nay.
I knew where you were standing.
Nay.
Jane, yay or nay on the pickle shot?
It's not the worst thing I could have.
Yeah, no. The worst thing you could have is sitting on the shelf over there.
Yeah, probably.
But you unless you want to, you have dodged that bullet. We will give you a free pass.
I can tell you now, and I don't know if it's because of the Necco wafer that I am sucking on, but
Uh-huh.
in my nose it kind of smells like glue now.
Like the booze does, or just your inside of your nose smells like glue.
I don't know. The inside of my nose smells like glue.
right.
I'm assuming it has something to do with the pickle,
Yeah,
spicy pickle.
because you
But,
couldn't smell anything before.
right.
So now you got glue smell.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. It's worse things to smell.
oh.
right?
Oh,
Well, she found a good flavor.
licorice.
Oh, I
I forgot
Licorice.
licorice is in there. Yeah.
we had.
Oh, I hate black.
I had a little tiny sample pack of jelly beans the other day, and what? Oh, dog's talking.
He don't like licorice either.
You don't like licorice, but you want some pickle juice? Yeah, buddy, I know. I will get the package in a minute. Settle down, Beavis.
Oh, hi.
So, had a little pack of jelly beans. Jelly Belly jelly beans. Enjoying them greatly. Fruit flavor, licorice. Just out of nowhere. Just. Blah.
Yeah.
So I'm with Jane. Licorice is a terrible flavor. No one should ever eat it. Black or red's fine. Red's not a real.
Yeah, red's okay.
Red's a Twizzler. That's fine. But no black.
No black licorice.
Amanda, where are you
no
on?
ouzo.
Amanda's like, it's my favorite flavor.
No, I don't like it. But recently I had a gummy candy that had a hint of black licorice, and that I was like, that's all right.
When you say gummy candy,
I can't have fun gummies. It was a panda.
it's a panda.
It was a panda gummy.
I mean, they could be fun shaped. I would imagine. I've never seen one fun shaped, but actually, they probably can't because they're like them kids will eat them. So
Yeah.
they probably only are allowed to have squares and circles.
Yeah.
Those are the two types I've had. But the hard candy, that's tricky. You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like the weed at all. So, all right, that was fun. Jane, thank you
Yeah.
for that gift. That was
You're welcome.
That was actually I've dodged the Malort, so I'm feeling good about this. I do on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm putting it at like a 3. But
This is not going to wreck my evening.
no, that is
Thank
not.
you.
No,
Thank you, Jane.
Yeah, that is not going to come
Okay.
back to haunt you in like
Okay,
2
good.
hours from now.
No.
I went down pretty easy. There was no burn to it.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
not really.
So, all in all,
No, I'll sell more of them now.
yeah.
You can push it. You know what it tastes
Honestly,
like.
There's no company brand here. Just the
the
original
original.
the original pickle shot, Des Moines. Tops. There we go. The good people at Tops. You did all right for a novelty shot. You did all right. Congratulations.
Baseball cards.
Yes, but sometimes when you open up the pack and they have gum in it, sometimes it's just this, just a bottle
Pickle
of it.
juice.
Just a bottle of vodka pickle juice. And you're like, oh, and the kids get it and they're like, oh, this is fun. And then you got drunk kids everywhere, so that's fun.
And then years later, when they're adults, they go, oh, that's what that was
Right?
for.
They're like, oh, I get it now. I thought it was just nasty tasting pickle juice, but it was booze. That's why my day went so much better. That only comes in like 1 in every 100 packs. So, it's a chase. Just like the gold Pikachu, you gotta be looking for it. You don't just get it every time.
I thought you were going to say the golden ticket.
I got a golden ticket. That movie. Can I just talk about that for a second?
Sure.
Screw that grandpa. That lazy sumbitch. That's what I have to say about this movie. He laid in that bed for 20 years, making everyone do the housework and the cooking and the cleaning. And then as soon as that golden ticket comes along, whoop, just jumps out of that bed like, bitch, I ain't broken at all. Let's go to a candy factory.
Let's go.
That sumbitch is a scammer. That's what I know about Grandpa Joe. He's a scammer. And poor little Charlie, he's probably being molested by the chocolate factory man.
But
He's like, come on, boy, you're gonna run this chocolate factory. Come with me, or you'll live here in the factory with me. That boy definitely got molested. That's all I know about that movie. The second version, not the first version. Gene Wilder didn't molest that poor boy, but Johnny Depp definitely molested that poor boy. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, right over there. Pickle's coming back to get you.
I'm just enjoying the warm pickle. in my throat. Thinking of all the ways I'm gonna add that to my life.
Right, getting a nice warm pickle in your throat. Yeah, I know how that goes. I went to summer camp. I know how that goes.
I met Georgie.
That's where I met George Porgy. Putting it in a pie, Yeah.
I have a summer activity that I would like to. I know you were there for. I don't think Amanda or Bubby was there for the
Pickle's coming back.
the slip and slide, the giant.
Oh no, we mentioned the slip and slide a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Oh really?
Last week,
I think last week.
Trying to take out the fence. Yeah.
But tell us your experience of it.
Did we ever actually talked about that
No.
whole thing?
No.
Okay.
Not the whole thing.
Jane, that's why we brought Jane in. She's wants to speak on it.
I didn't actually participate. I sat up on the deck.
Yeah.
With
I was there. I don't think I slide.
No.
I did any of the sliding, but
I know me and Nana for sure.
yeah.
So Nana, who's a friend of the podcasters, I doubt friend of the podcast. I doubt she's listening, but if you are listening, Nana, come on the podcast. We'd love to.
She
have you.
has.
Has she? Mm-hmm. Bubby knows that for a fact.
Yeah, she told me
Oh, okay.
because I told her about it.
So one day, our friend Nana, who at the time owned that house, I believe, says, "Hey, come on over. We're gonna have a slip and slide at my house." And then she proceeds to get a giant roll of Visqueen. If you don't know what Visqueen is, it's that black plastic that they use to cover pretty much everything. You can buy it at the hardware store or Lowe's or wherever. And it's like, I don't know, probably 6 or 8 foot wide. And then that roll is like 100 foot long or something. And she put it out in her backyard, top of a hill. And they
I
ran
think you mean a heel.
top of a heel. My wife made fun of me the other day for another word that I say oddly.
Nice.
Might have been pudding. But she goes, "Your Appalachia's coming out." And I'm like, that's fine. So put the Visqueen at the top of the heel and rolled it all the way down. Now, this is where the first part of the problem comes in. Her fence, her hill ends at a chain link fence.
Yeah.
Like dead end, straight in the face. So does this plastic at that point. Then she got an old mattress. I don't want to know where the old.
No, she had just gotten new mattresses, and she had several old ones.
Okay.
To use as a backstop.
Yeah. So at the bottom of the heel, at the bottom of the plastic is a mattress against the chain link fence. And then we put a hose at the top, and that is a slip and slide.
Yep.
But that wasn't good enough for us. That wasn't where this story ends. we got a bottle of Dawn dish soap as well. And from the top just went Dawn dish soap right on top of all that, because this is a genius plan. And none of us were brave enough to go from the top of the hill to begin with.
Yeah.
Because
It's a big hill.
it's a big hill. It's a steep hill, and it ends in a chain link fence
Yeah.
with a mattress.
Yes.
So we're like, we'll start in the middle on this. And so we would hop in the middle of the heel and slide down that thing, wee, poop, into the mattresses. That's good. That's fun. Jane, you were a participator.
No,
you
I
were a
was
watcher.
watching it.
I was dumb enough to do
There were
this.
also we had several performers from the show we were working.
Yep.
Were there also.
Yep.
And one of them was Ukrainian, and his girlfriend sat up on the deck with me watching this, and I think Anya was her name. And at one point, she looks at me. She says, "Jane, I have seen these things in movies, and I thought that Americans just only did it in movies. But now I know that it is true."
Right? These dumbass hillbillies are out there on a heel.
Drinking Budweiser.
So then we would progressively get further and further up the hill. As
a little braver.
A little braver every time, until we were going from the top of the heel. At the end of the day, that chain link fence was wrecked. And I'm going to say I was probably 3/4 of that problem. Because I'm a big boy and I got a lot of momentum from the top of that hill and very little concern for my own body. And I crashed into that fence so hard multiple times. And it was that way. That fence was that way until she sold that house. Like, she never fixed that fence. It was just tore up from the floor up for forever. So, shouts out to Nana and the slip and slide. If Jane is proposing that we reenact that, I'm in.
Yeah, well, I'm willing to watch again. But
If we know somebody with a big hill, preferably that ends in a chain link fence, I will set that thing up. I can get some Viz Queen, easy, and we can reenact this shenanigans. Bubby, you go down the hill with me?
Sure.
All right, we'll bring Parker. He can go too. This will be fun.
Gotta get some Pabst Blue Ribbon first.
You got a big hill in your backyard.
Yeah. I mean, it's not long, but
You don't need to be long. Just needs to end in a chain link fence, which yours does.
it's a hill and it's a chain link fence.
All right. I know where we're going to be on 4th of July this year, and it's going to be Bubby's backyard. Fireworks. He's going to build that bonfire again, try to burn his house down.
I have a big pile right
Ceiling
now.
tiles?
Needs to be
Is
burned.
it all ceiling tiles? Is it all just things that don't burn?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Because that fire was large, especially for things that shouldn't be burning.
It's my favorite picture of Thor.
Yeah.
When he calls me, that's what comes up on my phone.
Yeah. So, I'm fun on a bun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to get us here to the end of the podcast. No emails this week?
No.
No emails this week?
Just Caroline asking for a bingo card.
Okay.
It just says bingo.
Bingo.
Maybe she had bingo.
All right, she might have
Maybe.
scored on the bingo and got the progressive. Who knows? So, reminder for all those folks who, for the 100th episode, would like a bingo card, please write into the podcast at itsallfishandships@gmail.com and request your bingo card. Amanda will be putting all those together and sending them out for the episode. I got a cryptic message from friend of the podcast, Carol, which just asked me how many episodes left until the 100th. I don't know what.
Till we're recording the 100th?
So we're recording the 100th. So
Okay.
I don't know what her plans are,
Yeah.
but I did get a cryptic message. So we're again not promising. We have promised bingo cards.
Yeah.
That is all we've promised up to this point. There may be surprises or it may be disappointing, just like the 50th. So we'll see. If you'd like to check us out on our website, it's allfishandships.com. Check us out on our Facebook group where I try to post all the pictures and stuff from the podcast there. If you have suggestions on where we could also post all that for those of you not on Facebook, let me know so I can do that as well. It wouldn't be that hard.
We'll start adding them to the Slack channel.
Okay, yeah, everybody. We could make a Slack channel. We really could.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on that.
Okay.
I'm going to I got to figure out how to segment out a single channel to invite people to. Figure out how to get.
You just do it. You just lock it and
Okay.
and just invite people.
We'll figure it out. All right, we're gonna be
Anyway.
If you want to join the Slack, write us as well, and I'll figure out that shenanigans too. That can't be that hard. We don't pay for it, so you're only going to keep those messages for
You only get it for 30 days.
30 days, and then that crap disappears. So just be aware of that. Facebook, it's on there for eternity.
Yeah.
Check us out on YouTube, where the video, quote unquote, is posted every week. If you want to watch it that way, if you're scared of podcast apps or streaming off of a website, I guess. And if you'd like to support us on our Patreon and become a friend of the podcast, just like, I should really write this down, Carol and Anthony and Ed and Jordan and KK and Sarah and Ryan, then check us out on Patreon. It's only $3 a month and it helps defray some of the cost of the podcast.
Are you going to do your thing?
Dang it, I just thought of that. Son of a... Bobby, get your thing out. We got to do a...
Don't get your thing out.
What?
Bobby,
No more warm pickles.
Bobby, get your thing out. We got to read the first part of the thing from Ryan for the because I promised him I would do it because we forgot we didn't notice he was a member. So I'm going to give the thing the podcast title. This is once again a podcast generated by AI that's starring just me and Bubby. Screw you, Amanda. From Ryan, he sent it to us. Podcast title is Nothing in Particular with Thor and Bubby. Episode 1: Toasters, Time Travel, and the Tragedy of Wet Socks. That is a better title than any episode I have named up to this point. So Bubby, intro music, quirky acoustic jingle plays, and then we'll just read our lines as it goes. Welcome to Nothing in Particular podcast, where two minds wander freely, guided by, and I lost this word because I didn't format this correctly, plain and bound by no topic.
Yeah, basically, we just talk until we run out of snacks or dignity. I'm Bubby.
And I'm Thor. Not the Marvel one. I sue if you say otherwise.
Today's episode is probably sponsored by absolutely no one because we're tragically under-monetized.
Let's begin. All right, that's the first section. You can maybe listen to that coming in future episodes, or maybe not. I don't know. Yes, I'm hurrying. Stop yelling at me. The dog wants something. So we did the Patreon. We did everything else. So I think that is that. Boom, 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 says the brown dog. So having said all of that, what is happening? This is off the rails. My name's Thor.
Jane.
Bubby.
I'm Amanda.
And remember, folks, no matter what you got going on in your life, it's all fish and chips. What is happening around here?
That's funny.
This is what happens. Just let the dogs run amok. Jane, thanks for the drinks.
You're welcome.
I like that.
And I was on time.
Yeah, you were.
Good job.
We didn't even talk about that. Yeah. Jane made it on time. For those of you who know Jane, congratulate her.
Well, turns out I had an undiagnosed anxiety disorder.
We'll cover that on the next episode of the podcast when Jane comes back at some time.